it's different when you work for a company and then when it's your name that's on the company.
Oh yeah.
I don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Where's the camera? I don't answer the phone. If you're trying to reach me by phone, you're not going to get me. Send it to the voicemail. I'm the person that keeps my parents in line. At the office, I call him Terrence. It's not Dad. It's not Dad. He got 2 different phones, a work phone, and that work phone name is Terrence.
That has never been an issue?
Oh, no, it's been an issue.
Okay.
So sometimes he's tried to pull that card.
Like, I'm your dad.
I'm your boss.
Like, you better stop.
No, he tried to pull that. I'm your boss.
And
I'm like, you may be the boss, but I'm a boss. So...
Welcome to another episode of the Locating Greatness Podcast. I'm your host, J.J. Lawson, a.k.a. The Home Locator. And today I have a special guest, somebody that I basically grew up with in high school and also is an alum with me at UNT. Yeah. Go Mean Green.
Go Mean Green.
And today I have Mr.
Brandon Young.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Now, Brandon is I would say he's starting his entrepreneurial journey, but he's also inherited his family business as well. He's running daily operations. He's actually killing it. So from the jump, I want to take a step back, and we're going to talk about the childhood. Okay. So from your upbringing, did you already know that you wanted to be in your family business?
Honestly, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
Right.
I wasn't a person that was like, I would say, person that thought business minded.
Right.
I wanted to go into the medical field, which is totally left field from what I'm doing currently.
Right.
I was pretty much gung ho on I was gonna be a doctor for all my life.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was going to college for. That's what I started college for.
That's what's up.
Being a bio major and stuff like that, starting off, and then my dad started his business, and I got involved in it in college, and that's kind of how it transitioned. But growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor. That was my goal.
Nice. So, trucking. So, I know that he had an influence on you, but I kind of want to see, like, as far as whenever you growing up, did you see things that you liked about the business that you kind of wanted to veer into it, or?
Yeah, my dad, he was one of those people where he's very business minded, very business focused.
Right.
He's what I call a person that's artistic in a way when it comes to business.
Yeah.
Just because he has all these ideas and business things that come to his mind. And so I always saw that growing up. And for me, I was like, man, that's a lot to take on.
Yeah.
You know, because not only do you have a plan, like you see what you want to do, but you have to bring that forth. So it takes a lot of work.
Right.
And so I was like, that's a lot. So I'm like, I'm fine with just going to school, you know, and doing a job, clock in, clock out. But of course that's not the way it went. But seeing him always, you know, have an idea for this and then actually seeing it come to pass, it does make you be like, okay, that is pretty cool. Yeah. To kind of do your own thing and start something yourself. Right. And be able to run it. And so I will say when I was in college at UNT.
Yes, sir.
That's where the groundwork was put in. That's where it started. Right. Pretty much I would be in class on the laptop working. Yeah. And I would, you know, leave class sometimes taking phone calls because I started working for him when I was in college.
Okay.
And I leave class and I'm like, okay, I'm doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
And so after a while, I started jumping into it a little bit more. And he started giving me a little bit more responsibility into it. And I'm like, you know, this is not what I'm going to school for.
He kind of forced you in.
I'm like, this is not what I'm going to school. I'm like, I'm in college right now. We're in the process of, you know.
I'm in class
right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, but he saw how I took it on and how I really, you know, took it to heart because I'm the type of person when I do something, I like to give them all.
Right.
My first job was at Raising Cane's.
Oh,
and
man.
I gave that my all.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure the floor is clean. I'm going to make sure the sweet tea's filled up. It doesn't matter what the job is. I feel like you should give it your all. And so that's what I did there while being a full-time student. And then from there, I kind of said, okay, I can kind of see myself doing this a little bit.
Yeah. So was it so as far as you veering into the family business, was it the organizational piece of it or was it just... I mean, it's the family business, so let me go ahead and just try it out.
It wasn't that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a very strong-willed person.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of like, nah, I know what I
I'm
want to
good.
go to school
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
I know what
yeah.
I want to do.
Right.
But it was also, I'm very a family-oriented person.
I see that.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me to help my family.
Right.
And at the time, my dad was trying to grow it and scale it,
Right.
and I knew he needed that help.
Uh-huh.
And so that's why I said, okay, let me step in and kind of lift this up because I see what he's out there doing in the field. So let me, on my part, see what I can do.
Right.
And that's when I kind of started lifting his burden a little bit, and we kind of went from there.
Yeah. So how many siblings you got?
I have 2.
I know they run you ragged.
I have 2, and then I have 2 stepsisters as well. So I got all sisters.
Oh,
all sisters.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big responsibility,
Man.
bro.
My mama calls me her only begotten son. 'Cause I'm the only boy and the oldest.
Yeah.
And the oldest.
Did they give you? So they give you that motivation?
They do.
Right.
I think family just like for me, it's different when you work for a company and then when it's your name that's on the company.
Oh yeah.
You treat it differently. I don't
100%.
expect even our workers to treat it the same way that we do, just because of course it's when it's your name on the door. You work 24/7. You
Right.
know,
Right,
you
right.
know when you start
Man,
something yourself,
yeah.
it's no days off.
Yeah, with this, even with this podcast, like I'm a realtor, but also with this podcast, bro, I'm around the clock. Because even before we got here, I was like, man, let me make sure my question's right. Let me make sure we, you know what I'm saying, I'm locked in because I want to make sure everything looks right, sounds right. We have lighting right, microphones. We got 3 cameras. Like it's a lot.
When you arrive, it's professional.
It's a lot.
Like,
you know what I mean?
It's right.
Yeah.
It's
So,
right.
and I have a little sister, and it's my little sister and my mother.
Okay.
Obviously, I have a relationship with my father and the 3 brothers that he comes with as well. But the relationship I have with my sister and my mother, the way that you have your relationship with your sister shows, it kind of gives me a sense of direction too, because I go through the same thing you do.
Yeah.
Like you may not notice, but I'll be seeing the things like, I gotta go take her to do this, and this.
Yes.
I'm the chauffeur, the Uber driver. You know,
become literally everything, and so that's kind of even relates to business because I kind of when you're in business, you don't wear just one hat.
No, sir.
You wear
everything.
Hat. So like
everything.
With family, my sisters, I'm their security guard. I'm
Man,
the driver.
Real talk.
Like the 12-year-old McKenna, everybody calls her the princess.
Yep.
But she bring her dog. She be going getting facials.
She do.
I'm taking her to get her facials. I'm taking her to get her lunch.
That'd be so funny, bro.
All that kind of stuff, But it's just like with business where you do everything. Sometimes you in there cleaning the office. Sometimes, it's just you wear a lot of hats, and it can be tiring, but it's also rewarding.
Right.
And then seeing, like with your family, you see how it helps them, how it makes them feel, so it makes it worth it and rewarding.
Right. What year did you graduate at UNT?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay, so I graduated 2020.
Okay.
How would you say your experience was at UNT?
I enjoyed it. I really did.
Right.
I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, even though I was there in and out.
Me too.
You were talking about the same. Like I was there to work, and get out, but I actually enjoyed it. I think it was the perfect pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it wasn't too far from home either.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing for me because I'm so attached to the family.
Yes.
I don't want to be at Arizona State or something like that and just and it's not to think of anything bad happening, but it's just like
you
I have to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was home every weekend.
Yeah.
Every weekend.
Just at the crib.
Just at the crib. You would have thought I lived there.
Yeah. Nah. So the same here though, man. Like I said, I respect what you do. I love the fact that you're family oriented, and I'm glad that I have you on the podcast today because I want people to see that, and we'll also kind of later down in the episode, I want to show like a couple of videos of what you actually do for your as far as your entrepreneurial. But I still want to stay on the trucking business. So as far as your first role, what would you say your first role was? Because I know he gave you a little bit, and it became a lot.
Yes.
So just tell me about like your first couple steps into the trucking business.
So my first role was a dispatcher, essentially. Okay. So I was the person that was assigning the orders and pretty much taking all the customer phone calls.
Right.
And so I will say that was a large portion of scaling the business because when you're growing a business, your first thing is customer service, just because that's what people are going. Yeah, that's what they're going off of.
Absolutely.
And I would say that's one of the things that really grew it largely because, when you call in, you got somebody that's going to take care of business for you.
Absolutely.
When they called in, I'm making sure it may have been something that was technically impossible to do, but I'm going to get it done just because, one, we were starting off and we're really trying to get our foot in the door. Right. And so I'm like, okay, we're going to have to make it happen. Right. Some way we got to make it happen.
When did the trucking business actually start?
So my dad had been doing it like by himself for years.
Okay.
He'd been doing it by himself for years.
Okay.
And it wasn't until we moved here. I've been here in Texas now for probably about 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was doing it in Florida, and then we moved here, and it was just him in a truck. Literally, this business started with just him
in this
driving a truck.
That's what's up.
Just one person.
Yeah.
And so when we started, he was the one driving the truck, and I was the one dispatching.
Yeah. Dang. How was you able to answer all the phone calls, especially being in college? Like
that's what I was saying.
You was in and out of the classroom.
I was in and out of the classroom.
Okay.
I would be leaving the classroom. I would be driving sometimes back home to McKinney from Denton, answering phone calls. Sometimes pull over on the side of the road, get the laptop open, answer phone calls. In the morning in my dorm, getting ready to go to class, answering phone calls. I would, have the laptop up in class, half up on PowerPoint, half up on dispatching, routing. It was like being pulled in two different worlds all at the same time. And I would say that was probably one of the most stressful times. It was definitely worth it and rewarding, but it was that grind.
Oh, yeah. So I would say the same because I didn't necessarily have that burden on me whenever I went to UNT, but I had a couple internships that I had to be very responsive to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if you're familiar with Dave Campbell's Texas Football. You know football is huge, obviously.
Yeah, here in Texas
but,
especially.
So it's like the biggest magazine in Texas.
Okay.
So I had to be responsible for, social media posts and things like that. So I'm like always going.
Yeah.
But when it came to school and trying to keep it all together, bro.
It's a lot.
Bro.
It's a lot.
But I know it's a lot. It was a lot for me.
Yeah.
But what you were doing is astounding. Like
it was a lot. But
you being able to juggle both of those is really dope, and I commend you for that.
Yeah.
What is the biggest challenge that you have to deal with? Well, just in starting all the way to now, what are the biggest challenges?
Time management.
Oh man, that's everybody's time. That's everybody's biggest challenge.
Management.
Are you saying your organizational skills or just?
I'm a very organized person, so I'm very structured. I'm a person of a routine. So I'm very. You might not know this. I'm very type A.
Yeah.
I'm the person that keeps my parents in line. I'm the person that
I am too, bro.
Yeah, I'm the person that we have this at this time.
Yeah.
This needs to be done before this time. Like I work off of a schedule.
Right.
I have bad time management when it comes to not working.
Yeah. Are you the oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's real big brother stuff right there.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so let's veer into the day-to-day operations. Yeah. What does that look like?
Day to
Just
day,
a broader spectrum.
My morning, that first alarm goes off at 4:30. Just because I gotta be alert for when that phone does start ringing at 5.
Right.
And then from there we hit the ground running each and every day.
Right.
By that time, first thing I'm doing is checking emails, then getting back on the dispatching side. One thing about me is, and this may be good or bad.
Yeah.
Good or bad.
Yeah.
Take it as you will.
Yeah.
I am a delegator.
Right.
But however, there are some things I like done a very certain way.
Okay.
And I get in business, as you grow, you can't do everything. You have to let some things go. However, there are some things that I just like to be done perfectly.
I get it.
And so I still do, even now to how much we've grown with all the stuff I do each day, I still do all the routing.
Oh, okay.
For everywhere. Nationwide.
Dang. Okay.
Nationwide.
So I see why you got a lot on your plate.
Yeah. So I start the day, I'm going back looking at the routes from yesterday, just making sure everything was right. Then I'm heading into the office, getting to the office, checking emails from my drive that came in from my drive to the office.
Right.
And I'm starting back with, customer service problems, routing and checking in with the staff, just doing all that stuff, just getting through the day.
So with that being so focused on those and being very type A about like just really everything that you're doing, because I can tell. But how are you able to keep your composure and not be too stressed out? Because I know, the stress comes with it. That's anything, when you're running a business. But how are you controlling that stress?
It was a learning process, because when I was at UNT, I had no way of no composure. You could tell I was stressed.
Oh yeah.
You could tell.
Oh boy.
You could tell. I was taking biology classes and also working, and then also having a social life. It was just a lot. But now I've learned to kind of, I may not have days off, but I learned to kind of pretty much put things in prioritization. So what's the most important at this moment?
Right.
And then from there, that's how I'm able to kind of stay level-headed. This may not be important right now, so this can hold off.
I mean, that's really good. So now, from being out of school, now that you're doing it full time, has it been easier on you, or have you probably put a lot more on your plate? I'm guessing.
I put more on my plate,
Yeah.
but it's gotten better. It's gotten
Yeah.
way better since our team has grown.
Right.
I will
right.
say.
Okay.
That's one of the things that helped the most because at that time, like I said, it was just me.
Yeah.
And it was my
Yeah.
mom. She even stepped in and would help.
Man.
When I couldn't answer a call,
Yeah.
she like after it rings a certain amount of time, she'll pick up the phone.
Dang.
And she may not know what she's telling them people on the phone.
Yeah, for real.
But
She's just like,
we-
hey, look, I got these
figured
the
it
answers
out.
I got for you right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now since our team has grown, it's helped a lot where I don't have to take any phone calls. Like I don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
You're not-
I don't answer the phone. If you're trying to reach me by phone, you're not going to get
You're
me.
not
My
gonna
team
get it.
knows.
Yeah.
Send it to the voicemail. They know
This is not happening. I'm not
it
doing
goes-
this again.
They know if you say I'm trying to get in contact, with Brent, he's
Yeah.
not here, and I'm there. I'm
yeah.
sitting right there.
I'm right next to him.
I'm right there.
Not happening.
So that's one of the things that I took off my plate
yeah.
completely. I don't answer the phone.
Good, bro.
Just so I can focus on everything else.
Yeah.
Because I learned that a lot of things that come in business, there are some things you have to let go, and there are some things you should let go, but you hold on to.
Yeah.
But answering the phone and dealing with those small problems and issues, I let that go.
Right.
So that freed up.
Good. So without you answering the phone, how are you making sure that everything is ran efficiently? Is it emails, some type of running operation that y'all have? How do y'all?
So I'm very big on communication. So
Okay.
I'm big on, I like to have a pulse on the business at all times. So I like to know what's going on at every single moment.
Right.
In a sense of the things that are important. Because I trust, like my dad, he instilled in me, he always would tell me, I trust you to make decisions.
Yes, sir.
Your decision may not always be the best decision, but you still learn from that.
Right.
So he was like, because you don't have to come to me asking for, should I do this or how should I do that? He's like, no, you make the decision.
Right.
And so that's one thing I'm getting to with my team is I trust them to make those decisions.
Right.
And just fill me in on it. And then if it was something I would have changed, I'll let them know at that moment, hey, for next time, do it this way.
Right.
And so it's kind of just, taking some of those things off my plate and saying, okay.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So is it you and your dad, are y'all partners now, or like how do y'all?
Yeah. So
structure?
He's semi-retired.
He's still in it. He's still in it.
He called it retired. I call it restructuring. He just restructured.
He's taking a little bit of load off himself.
He
Yeah.
restructured his role.
Yeah.
And so we work, hand in hand. And I will say, working with family, it has its challenges.
Right.
Where at first we were butting heads all the time because we saw things differently because we're from two different generations running one business.
Right.
And so now we kind of got a good groove with it. So it's different, but.
So I would say this. So how are you? And I know there's some issues that could happen every now and then.
Yeah.
And I get that, but how do y'all keep business and family separated?
Yeah.
Because that's huge, bro.
It is.
You don't want to mess up.
It is.
You don't want to just mess up the communication or just the relationship that you have with your family. So how do you differentiate that?
Yeah. At first, we didn't have a line. It wasn't a clear line. It went from being all family to all business.
Word.
Yeah, it was all business. And so we kind of got into a space because we were all, at that time when we were starting up, we were just trying
Y'all was
to get
hustling.
going. We was hustling.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
stressed all together.
All
As
a
of us,
unit.
Everybody's stressed. My mom
Yeah.
was stressed. My dad's stressed. I'm stressed.
Yeah.
But as it grew, and we all start getting a little bit of help. He got some help from me. He got me help in the office.
Good.
And so we kind of start getting that separation where, okay, at the office, I call him Terrence.
Yeah.
It's not Dad.
Word.
It's not Dad. He got two different phones, a work phone, and that work phone name is Terrence. And my phone, that's what it's saved as.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, his personal phone is Dad.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna hear me screaming across the office saying, "Hey, Dad."
Yeah.
It's Terrence.
Hey, Terrence.
And so, but outside the office is Dad. We have
Yeah.
that separation where it kind of helps us, where we maintain our relationship, where I can still come to him as my dad, but then also sometimes I can still come to him as my partner.
Right. So that has never been an issue?
Oh no, it's been an issue.
Oh.
It's been an issue.
Okay.
So sometimes he's tried to pull that card.
I'm your
up.
dad.
boss.
Like, you better stop.
No, he tried to pull that. I'm your
boss.
And I'm like, you may be the boss, but I'm a boss. So you ain't about to tell me how this is about to go.
Right.
The way he does things is different because he's more old school. The way I do it is different.
Of course.
And so I learned to kind of meet him in the middle, and he met me in the middle, where we we take a little bit from each other.
Right.
So it's not like I always thought I was right with everything. He thought he was right with everything. That don't work.
Basically the same person. I mean,
Yes.
y'all have the same
Yes.
mannerisms and everything,
Yes.
right? So
yes. Yeah.
that's the biggest thing you're gonna butt
Yes.
heads.
Yeah.
So I get that. I get that for sure. For this holiday season, how do y'all separate holidays and just like work and holidays? Because I know trucking, bro. They don't care if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving. They on that road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was trying to get us to work the day after.
Trying to get you. He said,
trying-
"I'll put my foot down."
I said, I'm the person. I work every day, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna still be working regardless on the holidays.
Right.
Just because the job I do. But I'm like, for everybody else, I'm like, sir,
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
we need a day off.
Right? You can't come on. Yeah.
We need a day off.
Yeah.
You know, but it's for a while we worked on holidays.
Right.
We worked literally on the actual holidays themselves. But now, you know, as you grow, you kind of start getting your foot in, and you start learning. Okay, we could have handled this a little bit better. We could have took a little bit of more of a break here.
Yeah.
And you know, we
Is
learned from it.
this your 5th year? 6th year?
This is, I would say, since 2019. So it's.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
we're working on 5.
Yeah.
How would you say you've grown from 2019 to 2024? Like, what is the new brand? What is the new Brandon in the VP role?
Yeah.
Not personally, but in business.
I would say I've changed. It's a totally different person.
Right.
Totally different person, night and day. I know how to pretty much kind of walk in my role now, and kind of how to make those decisions that are more clear and concise,
Right.
and not question my judgment on a lot of those decisions. I know, okay, when I make a decision, even if it's not the perfect decision, it's the right decision for this moment. I've learned to kind of trust my own judgment on those things.
So you stay away from. Have you had any friends work for you?
No, I have a strict.
Like no friends at all. I'm not having it.
No, strict. Yeah.
Good.
Strict.
Good.
Strict.
I've had a lot of those situations, even with me being a realtor. I had a few issues. Not nothing crazy, because I don't want them hitting me up like, "Oh man, you know."
You talking about
like,
me?
nah, bro, I'm not talking about you. But I had,
He's talking about you.
Nah. So, well, we had a little issue with, you know, there's certain things that don't align with what they're looking for, and that hard discussion that I have to have with them is like, bro. Like, this is just not gonna work out.
You have to be realistic.
Exactly. And I hate having that conversation because some people feel like I have to make it happen because I'm who I am and they who they are, and we have this relationship. That's why I don't like mixing business and friendship.
Yeah.
Because it's just it never goes right. If y'all on the opposite ends. If y'all maybe on the same, like if y'all like business partners or something, maybe
possibly.
But if it's a client. If it's a client, it's almost a 90% chance of failing.
Yeah.
But if it's like partnership, I'll probably say 50-50.
I'll say 30.
30-70?
Yeah.
Dang. Well, I get it. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's different strokes of, you know, the business situation, so I get it. Yeah. But let's kind of veer off to time management. How are you able to manage your time, and also the hiring process too? Like, break down both of those for me.
For me, time management now is gotten better. It's still not where it should be. Just because I work so much, just because I'm gonna be honest, I like things to be done the right way, and I feel like that's part of when you are, you know, in this business, having your own business, things have to be done correctly.
Right.
You can't just throw it up there and say, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, you want it to be the right way. So, but I've learned to now, okay, I can work hard on this up until this time.
Right.
And then after this time, I need to kind of take a break. You know, and so for me, it's just pretty much taking those necessary breaks. Every day I go for an old man walk.
Yeah.
Is what I call it.
Yeah, I mean, we getting up there, bro.
Yeah, I'm getting up. I'm old. I'm old. So every day at like 5:36, I go for a little walk and just clear my head, and that's my moment.
Thank you guys for watching this episode of the Locating Greatness podcast. Before you guys get up out of here, I need you guys to go ahead and give me a contact at 469-307-3954. I'm here to help you out with any real estate needs, whether it's buying or selling your home, or even just needing a house to rent. Once again, my phone number is 469-307-3954. Make sure you reach out to the home locator. All right, back to the episode. Right.
You know.
So what is your hiring process? What do you look for in drivers? So people that may be looking and you know.
So I am, when it comes to looking for somebody for even like hiring for my office, I'm looking for someone that is consistent. Yeah. So I'm looking at your resume, trying to see, okay, did you have a new job every single year? was it only 6 months?
Yeah.
And I kind of like to get more information on that. I'm looking for people that had, some time at a location where you didn't leave on a bad term. Because some people, if you got 15 jobs in 2 years, that's alarming.
That's
to me.
a lot.
It's alarming.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I do a lot of hiring, and I'm the person, I do the hiring myself because I know exactly what I'm looking for, and so I see that a lot more than you would think.
Right.
And so I'm looking for someone that has good skills when it comes to even the interview process. When I call you, how are you answering the phone? I'm listening.
Like,
to
hello.
Yeah, I'm listening to your tone. I'm being honest with you. I've had. I hate to say this, it's on camera.
Oh man, here we go.
I've called people, and they'll answer the phone. I'm like, I don't like tone. I hang up.
Word. Whoa.
Disconnected.
I like the way you do business. I like the way you do business.
Disconnected because I'm like, I didn't like the way he answered the phone. I can already tell. I don't want you working for.
Right. Because you'll have this attitude.
Yes. And so I'm listening to the way you handle not just me in the interview process. Because if you'll handle the person that's hiring you any type of way, I can only imagine how you'll handle the customers.
True.
How you'll handle the office staff.
Right.
I'm looking for someone that's respectful both ways. Because I tell my staff, you got to respect the people that, are out there working for us. And I tell them they got to respect you.
Right.
It goes both ways. So I'm looking for people that are hardworking. You get some people that they just want it easy and just want the check.
Yeah, man. I'm kind of the same way. I kind of have to, calm myself down because I have a different type of work ethic.
Yeah.
Even with my bro right here. I have to, I kind of be on him about certain things, but I'll be like, yo, chill, you gotta relax, bro. He doing everything he can.
Yes, and I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I be expecting me sometimes out of other people, but sometimes it don't be that serious. And I have to tell myself that.
Me too. I'll be saying this.
Calm down a little bit. Calm down.
Bro, what are you doing?
What
are we doing?
It ain't that deep. It's gonna get done. It just make,
Yeah. So do you have it broken up into teams out there? How is the driving operation?
Yeah. So we have it set up by different markets. So we have the Florida market, the Texas market, Georgia, and so each division is we have them separated like that. And, we have groups of drivers in each of those places. So we deliver all the way from New York down to Miami.
Oh, okay.
So I do the routing for each of those locations. So you could probably name this small city in Farmingdale, New York, and I'll be able to tell you something that's close by, just because I'm looking at maps all day. But we kind of separate it that way. It helps our team. It helps, the drivers because they kind of all know the people in their little group, their city, their state.
Right.
And we kind of run it that way.
Okay. So are y'all in all 50 states?
No, close.
Close to
about 35.
35?
Yeah.
Nice. What states, what majors, are you in
California?
Not yet?
We were. California is tough.
Tough.
It's too steep.
Yeah. I bet. I mean, it's a big state.
We were
most
in the
expensive.
San Diego area.
Ooh.
And so it's, some of those houses are on hills. And so
trying to go up them hills.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so I just got tired of seeing messages of drivers sending me pictures.
Like
they trucks turn sideways on the hill. And I'm like, this is too stressful. I'll be sitting there waiting for the picture to load. And I'm like, I know it's about to be some mess when it loads. And so that 30 seconds while that picture trying to load,
your heart
you ain't got no
like
signal,
crazy. Oh,
your heart is beating. And I said, this is too stressful. I can't live like this. I can't live like this.
I'm already stressed out.
I'm already stressed. Yeah. Anytime I get an alert on my phone, I'm like, I hope it's not an accident. I hope it's not no freight tipped over.
Yeah.
Your mind is just always, when my phone dings, it's a lot.
Right.
It's a lot.
Right. I get it. How often do you have mishaps?
I would say, knock on wood.
Yeah, let's knock on wood, man.
But you have something every day.
Right.
It's a part of it. When you grow, if we only had a few trucks, you could probably run through every day smoothly. But as you grow, you realize, is you going to have something every day.
How do you manage blowouts? I know that was something that's huge.
Oh, yeah, we have those probably
every day.
Yeah. Sometimes trucks not starting. Sometimes it could be 5 o'clock in the morning, and my driver that's in Atlanta, so it's 6 o'clock his time. So he started his truck not starting. Ago? Yeah.
Dang.
And so we gotta at 5 o'clock in the morning here start finding people to get out there to that truck to get it started.
Dang.
It's the things you wouldn't imagine. Leaks.
Jeez.
A driver done hit a curb and now he done busted the hubcap and now it's leaking oil. It's stuff that you wouldn't maintenance on the trucks. So that's why we always tell the drivers, my dad does, that this is your tool. Mm-hmm. Without this, if you don't take care of it, you can't work.
Right.
And so you have to really take care of your equipment and things like that. But
the daily operation, I know that's really expensive.
Yes.
Do y'all have a whole whatever y'all are making, and I don't put a number on it, but whatever y'all are making, y'all are putting 10, 20, 30% to the side for taxes and Like, how is that structured?
Yeah, so we have all that stuff set up and organized, even by divisions. Cause, and if you're in different states, a lot of times it's different laws in different states and different rules and regulations.
Right.
And so sometimes you may, like some states are required to have workman's comp. And so you have to, like it's just a lot of different things insurance-wise.
Right.
The cost of insurance is different in a lot of the different states. Like Florida is very high.
Boy, man.
And so it's a lot of things like that. You learn that it's never one rule
right.
set for everywhere. So we kind of have people that do compliance for us
right.
that are looking into those things all the time as the rules change, because stuff changes all the time, even DOT regulations
right.
and things you have to be compliant. So you may spend some money on one thing to be compliant, and then you realize it's compliant here but not there. So now for these other drivers, we got to get something different.
Yeah.
And so we have people in the office that deal with that kind of stuff, people that deal with the blowouts. So that way, I don't have to be up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Dang. So,
how
many extra people are you hiring for those divisions in each state? Like, is it?
It just depends on when they open up. So, like right now, we're hiring in Florida because the hurricane there that came through in like the Sarasota area. It's tripled that market in the number of orders we're doing.
Right.
And so we hiring there, but in other places, a lot of our drivers are with us long term, so we don't have a high turnover really at all.
Oh, okay.
We like to take care of our drivers.
Yeah.
So a lot of our drivers, they're with us for years.
Right.
Some have even moved with their family to different states and come work for us in that new state.
Do you have people staying in Texas, like routes in Texas, or it has to be across country?
No. So all of our stuff is local.
Oh, really?
So yeah, we do final mile. So we don't do anything LTL or over the road. So when I say like we're delivering in different states, it's like drivers actually live there and they do routes locally there. So they're home every day.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's good because I know if you're doing across country or something like that, could be hotels, fuel, all of that stuff is just insane.
Yeah. Everything we do is you're picking up locally in your state, and you're delivering at your home every day.
Do you have any competition out there?
Oh yeah, it's plenty. I mean, it's trucking. It's plenty of competition.
Yeah. Do you have any I'm saying personally? Well, not personally, but like direct. Like there is a company out there that you're like, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like
I can tell you two right now. I can't say it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say it on the camera.
I can tell you two, but I can also tell you two how they can't beat us.
Right. So I'm talking
two
about
reasons why they can't and how they can't.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
It is. It's competition. It keeps you on your toes though.
Right.
Also.
Right.
And it makes sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. And it also, whenever you get a call, hey, this company can't do this for us. Can you guys do it? And we're like, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
It makes you feel a little good. You're like, they don't do that?
Yeah.
Oh, we do that. That's normal. That's standard.
Say less.
Yeah, that's standard.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna transition into your entrepreneur bag. The new business that you just launched. Is it a family business or just you?
It's my dad's vision.
It's your dad's vision?
Yeah.
You brought it to life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is, this is the part where we're gonna put the infomercial in, and I want you to, we're gonna have this thing, looking beautiful, but give us a second. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Introducing Halo Exclusive Transportation. Back, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Very beautiful video. Really nice company. I wasn't invited to the,
I
know,
didn't.
to the,
I don't know how that.
It's all good. It's all good. No. I love.
We got more events coming, so
Yeah,
you
know,
know.
the event.
You already know.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know. No, I love what you're doing with that. I want you to kind of tell us a little bit more about it because first off, the black truck is slick, beautiful, and I want you to tell us a little bit more about the vision that you and your pops have for this.
So my dad, he had the idea of starting this company. And I'm the type of person, the way me and my dad bounce back and forth in business is he has an idea, and I come in being that type A person. I'm a planner, I'm organized, I bring it to life. I take it and I run with it.
It's a good mesh.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he may know what he wants done. He may not know exactly how
to execute it
or how to do it. And I come in like, this is how we do it.
Right.
And so that's kind of the case of what it was with Halo. He's had these sprinters for about a year.
Right.
And
ooh, okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, I hope he don't watch this. But I said, I'm tired of looking at these things. They ain't moving.
He's just sitting here, bro. What we doing?
I said, so we got to get this off the ground and get it running.
Yeah.
And so, within, I would say literally within 2 weeks' time, I came in and had the website built, came in and had this event planned and set up and start working with one of my friends who does marketing. And we start getting the invite list together and getting people, to the event that we want to see, see the merchandise, start coming up with all different kinds of, ideas of ways we can market it and spin it and get it out there to people we don't know.
Right.
And so I kind of just took that torch and he just kind of said, I'm going to sit back and
let
you do.
I love this. So just tell us like what is it exactly, and just tell us like what is it used for?
So it's a black car, and it's like a black car service. So pretty much we have a mixture of we have a bus, which I'm gonna be honest, the bus is fire. It looks like a private jet on the inside.
Let's go.
It looks like a private jet.
Let's go.
So we have a bus and we have sprinters. Each one is customized. Each one is different. So it's not like what you normally see on the road when you see sprinters. My dad took his time with creating them, where you have one with peanut butter seats, you got one with off-white cream seats,
off-white, black,
one with black seats, and each one has a different layout. And so it's really taken the slogan is to ride in distinction and arrive in elevation. And that's kind of what we're going for. We're looking for, executives. That's why it's called Halo Executive Transportation. We're looking for those people, those executives going to meetings at the boardroom, and they want to be able to, maybe ride with their team or meet with their team on their ride to wherever they're going. It's for, people going to concerts, groups, people going to games. I don't know if they're going to the Cowboys games at the moment, but
Joe Lane. I know I ain't.
But it's for things like that, in proms and bachelorette trips and weddings, and all those things that you want to make, just that much more memorable. And I'm big on living a life of ease.
Yes, sir.
So those things that you can take off your plate, like you have a cleaner come to your house, you do your dry cleaning, you can go somewhere and enjoy the moment, not have to worry about how you're getting there, how you're getting back. You can enjoy that ride. That's what it's about. It's really about just alleviating, our clients and just letting them sit back and ride, literally.
I like that, bro. I really do. And so is there anything that has like been a kind of a fork in the road with this, like getting it started, or how has the process been from launch to now?
I would say on the business side, I dealt more so with the marketing side and the pushing side of getting it out there, to like where you even saw it, just getting it from
like that
things that were just sitting parked to now like about it and other people know about it. But on the back end side of it, just the business side of it, there's a lot of red tape you have to go through with insurance, and you're driving client people, so your insurance is different than just personal insurance,
for real.
And even with the bus, you have to have it registered, with certain things for DOT. And so all that kind of stuff we wouldn't think of, or someone else might just see it on the road and just see how it went from, just a van to now on the road. No, it's a lot that goes into the background of it. Even the building process, they took some of them like 6 months to be built in California and having them shipped here. And, it's a lot of stuff, which, anything in business, people see where you get to. They don't always see the background work that goes into it. Yeah, but it was a lot of background work my dad put into it to get it out there.
I like that, bro. Yeah. So, do you have any videos from the event?
I do.
We're gonna put that in there as well. What I like so much about the black truck, because it's you have SUVs out there,
Yeah.
but you don't see too many. You'll see like stars and stuff. They'll have their sprinters and
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
but you don't have too many different businesses that have this actual service that you can get, which I love the most. You know what I mean? With
It's
this,
about,
go ahead.
and it's really about what separates us from the other ones is pretty much the quality of the vehicles.
Right.
That was one thing. My dad, you might have to get my dad on here one day. When
That's
I
I gotta meet him, bro.
He's a good kind of crazy where you like things and you be like, oh, that's nice. He be like, yeah, that's nice, but it could be better. And
like
so you
that.
may see a Sprinter van on the road,
Yeah.
and you may be like, oh, this is nice. And then when you see it side by side, you're like, oh, never mind. Never mind.
Whoa.
And so that's what we're going for with Halo.
I like that, bro. I like that. Yeah, that's what's up. So have you had any issues have you had any people like looking at you different because of the things that you have started from the family business to now Halo, and everything is just going the way that it should be? People don't know the struggle, the grind, the stress, even some of the medical issues that come along with this thing.
Yeah.
But do you have any issues with people looking at you different or changing up on you in any way?
Yeah. You deal with it. I've dealt with it.
Yeah.
And part of my thing is I always just look forward.
Yeah.
I don't look side by side.
Right.
When you looking, side by side, that's how you get stuck there.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to stay,
At
so
all.
I always look forward, and I'm very much I'm a believer. And so I believe that, people come and go.
Yeah.
But one thing that remains constant in my life is I'm always looking towards God. And so for me, it's just, I get some people may not like it, or some people may be like, you ain't doing nothing.
Right,
That's
right.
fine. Take it as you will.
Yeah.
But that's not my job to impress other people. I'm not doing anything that I do for the claps or applauses of
Absolutely
other people.
not.
I'm honestly just doing what God told me to do, and I'm doing it the best way I can.
Right.
And so for me, everything that comes that I've been blessed with has been a part of pretty much just putting God first in my life, and all the stuff that comes along with it that people do see.
Yeah.
That's just a part of, the added. That's just a part of being obedient. That's just a part of honestly just following, doing what I've been led to do.
Yeah.
So
I like that, bro. I mean, it's a lonely. It could be a very lonely journey, even when there's family, friends, and everything around you. Having a business, bro, is way more stressful than people think. They see the dollar signs.
Yeah.
They see, even with me, they see the closed, just leased.
They see the content
under contract.
They
think
see all the content and all
bro.
that stuff.
Me and this man right here we had arguments.
Yeah.
He done been like, bro, give me time. Like I'm on him. He on my back. Yeah. I'm trying not to mess up on scripts.
Yes.
We laughing and giggling and stuff.
And
like it's just it's a mess. But they don't see, like, bro, that 10-second video that you see that took us 2 hours to do this.
Just to get that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's different, bro. It's different. Yeah. But like I said, I'm really glad I got you on here. And I also want you to kind of go into depth just a little bit more with what you got. What do you have moving forward compared to what you've done before? So what does it look like for you in the future? It don't have to be 10 years, 5 years. Just what is it something that you're going towards now?
I'm going, pretty much my goal now is to really hone in on what we've established.
Right.
And kind of tweak it even more and refine it even more to where it's able to run even more smoothly.
Right.
Because if you look at where we started in 2019 to where we are now, it is night and day.
Dope.
But my goal is to take where we are now to even more to where it's able to run itself. It's able to, grow more still and elevate more. Because sometimes you can grow and you can be like, well, ain't nowhere else to go from here. Nah, it's always somewhere else to go.
Always a different
It's
notch.
always somewhere else to go.
Man.
So pretty much just tweaking it and refining it even more.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Also, is it what else was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, so moving forward, do you have anything that you want to do differently that you've already started, or is it just the same as before? As we stick it to the script, we're just gonna keep elevating from here.
Yeah, I think we go stick to the script, stick to what we know works,
right?
And just elevate it. Work hard. I'm the type of person, when I find something, I like to focus on that. So like I'm big on hard work only works if you're working hard on the right thing.
Right.
So if you're working on a whole bunch of stuff that don't really matter, you you just getting tired and stressed out for no reason.
Right.
So when you know something works, I want to focus on that and put all my energy and effort into making that even better.
Yeah.
And then later on, eventually, maybe start something else. Maybe do something, pivot from there.
Right.
I have a goal of retiring early.
Yep.
And so
talked about it.
So who knows? I may go to med school after I retire.
I told you, Pops, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, I may. I seriously just might.
That's what's up, bro.
And so, but my thing is right now focusing on this, and then
man. First and foremost, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you so much for being here, bro. I'm proud of you.
Appreciate it.
We cut from the same cloth.
Yes, sir.
We've been around the same people our whole lives.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you, bro. I want you to plug in Halo's Instagram.
Yeah.
And let them know where to find, your business.
From Facebook to Instagram, even to TikTok.
Yes, sir.
We hip.
Yes, sir.
We hip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even my old behind is on TikTok now. So
this guy with this old stuff, man.
Listen, I'm old. But it's at the Halo Executive.
Yes, sir.
You can find us on any of those things.
Yes, sir. So, yeah. Well, Brandon, I appreciate you coming in.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, I appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you are liking, subscribing, and sharing. Brandon, also tell your friends. Tell your friends. But no, I appreciate you coming in today, bro. Yes, and we're going to drop a little bit of a clip of the event as well at the end. So we'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Holla. Appreciate it, bro.